What's up, world? Another TYSK report is here. Those tech articles are lined up on the docket, so let's go ahead and dive right in. Rainbow Robotics unveils omnidirectional wheels and development kit for its dual-arm robot. Rainbow Robotics, a Korean robotics developer that spun out of the Humanoid Robot Research Center of KAIST, unveiled two new features for its RBY1 system last week. The RBY1 features two arms with 7 degrees of freedom each, a 6 DOF single leg, and a wheeled-based mobile platform. Designed to support a wide range of development environments, the company provides open application programming interfaces, APIs, and modular options. Rainbow Robotics said it has added a Mechanism wheel system and a software development kit (SDK) for the RB1. The Mechanism system is an omnidirectional technology allowing for 360-degree movement and significantly enhancing maneuverability in constrained spaces. The integrated RBY1 SDK is compatible with various modules, including the inertial measurement unit, gripper, and LiDAR. This enables the humanoid to be easily customized to fit a wide range of research and development applications, the company said. Since its public debut in March 2024, RBY1 has received pre-orders from institutions worldwide. Leading universities, including MIT, UC Berkeley, the University of Washington, and Georgia Tech, as well as companies across various industries, are currently using the mobile manipulator. In addition to RBY1, Rainbow Robotics also offers an autonomous mobile robot, AMR. The serving AMR features the company's grid-free SLAM technology, which allows it to recognize its own location and perform autonomous driving functions. So that's a nice update from Rainbow Robotics, and it's always interesting to bring you news like this because we get to see what each company is focusing on and what they think is important at this time. So we're seeing some robotic companies enhancing the hardware, and others are enhancing the software. Some are adding wheels, some are adding more hands, some are adding grippers, some are adding more LiDAR technology. So it's great to be immersed within and amongst the changes because we get to see how these robotic companies grow over time, and with that growth comes the changes that will have an impact on the future that is to come. Embodied AI launches on Y Combinator and is developing embodied AI for industrial robots. Manual labor drives half of gross domestic product, GDP, or $40 trillion, but 70% of factories worldwide face labor shortages, according to Embodied AI. And with that news, Embodied AI hopes to make a change. Embodied says its cloud-to-edge system combines generative AI, agent orchestration, and symbolic reasoning to turn high-level instructions into precise, safe, and adaptive robot actions. The startup claimed that its universal agent framework can run across any robotic hardware, coordinating perception, reasoning, planning, and control in real time. The company sees agentic AI as invisible to the user who just tells the robot what to do, said Chi. One agent might get data from the world, while another might break down tasks or spawn new agents. Embodied AI's interface abstracts some of the control layer, bringing it together with vision for object detection and path planning for a more generalized intelligence. Chi also noted that when one robot learns a task, it can share that knowledge with the entire fleet. This allows individual skills to be reused, repurposed, and adapted across machines, factories, and tasks. Embodied AI says it's rolling out production deployments to customers with the help from partners such as ABB Robotics. This will bring its product into real-world facilities to automate tasks that were precisely too complex or costly to program. The company said its goal is a world where robots are easy to teach and adapt as software, turning them into true consumer commodities, and where automation and robotics become accessible to every factory and beyond. So with that news, I'm thinking that as Embodied AI continues to enhance and develop, I believe it's going to be very powerful and a critical component to how fast these robots are going to improve. And that statement about how one robot is able to learn a task and then share it amongst a fleet of robots, that stuck out to me because we're going to get to a future where a robot is able to create other robots at a faster and faster pace. So as these incremental changes continue to happen over time, the speed at which these robots and these robotic systems are going to be able to learn is going to be at a pace that we've never seen before. Xiaomi's new YU7 spells trouble for Tesla and China. Xiaomi unveiled its hotly anticipated YU7 electric SUV in China recently in the latest potential blow to Tesla's position in the world's hottest EV market. The electronics giant says the YU7 will get up to 518 miles of range on certain trims and accelerate from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 3.23 seconds. The new EV, which is widely considered to be China's version of the Apple car, will be available for reservations starting in July. The YU7 comes on the heels of the SU7, which has been a huge success for Xiaomi since deliveries began in March 2024. The company said it has sold over 200,000 SU7s as of April 2025, surpassing global EV sales for Ford and GM both. On its website, Xiaomi described the standard single-motor YU7 as the longest-range pure electric SUV with a sub-100 kilowatt battery and the top performer in the mid to large size pure electric SUV category, achieving truly breakthrough range leadership. Other notable features include a NVIDIA Drive AGX store and vehicle computing platform, active air suspension, and an 800-volt architecture that can fast charge from 10 to 80% in 12 minutes, as well as add 385 miles of charge in just 15 minutes. That Xiaomi SUV looks like a very nice vehicle, and I'm sure lots of people after seeing that are going to want one of those. And with that very nice green color, they lured me in. And I did state before a few weeks back of how at some point these vehicles are going to find themselves in the United States, and I do wonder what impact that's going to have on all the other companies that are American made. And since we're speaking about EVs, let's talk about EV charging. Circle K just opened up a new spot exclusively for EV charging with no gas pumps in sight. This is what the future of travel will look like. Circle K opened up its first location exclusively for EV charging in Europe. The new EV charging hub is located in Garda near Gothenburg, Sweden. It's Circle K's largest EV charging only location with 10 400 kilowatt chargers that can charge from 0 to 80% in around 15 minutes. Kempower supplied 2 600 kilowatt power units and 10 single satellite chargers that can deliver up to 400 kilowatts of power. With an improved version of Kempower's auto charge feature, the system can store your information so that the next time you visit, all you have to do is plug in. The system will recognize your vehicle and bill you automatically. While you wait, there's a 1,076-foot convenience store that offers a complete retail experience, offering food, drinks, Wi-Fi, and plenty of seating. The site expects heavy traffic on Sweden's E6, with over 10,000 vehicles traveling on the motorway daily. With around 17,000 locations globally, the company said it's uniquely positioned to support the transition to electric vehicles. Alright, so one day you may pull up to a Circle K where you don't see any gas pumps. Now, I'm not sure when that future is going to come, but I do believe that it's a lot closer than we think. Also, because of this news, we can't forget that the EV charging infrastructure and what's happening is a global movement. So even though we don't hear too many changes happening in the United States, we can't forget about this news right here, this news right here, and this news right here. So as EV sales continue to pick up each and every month across the world, and with more EV charging infrastructure being installed, the future for electric vehicles is starting to look a little brighter. Quantum partnership targets autonomous vehicle logistics. IonQ has announced a strategic investment partnership with Swedish freight mobility company Einride to develop quantum computing applications for supply chain optimization and autonomous vehicle logistics. The collaboration aims to address large-scale routing and scheduling problems that have traditionally challenged conventional computing approaches. The partners said they intend to combine IonQ's Trap Ion quantum computing systems with Einride's autonomous fleet management experience to develop systems that could significantly improve efficiency and sustainability in the freight industry. As Einride scales its autonomous and electric fleet operations, the optimization challenges grow exponentially more complex. This challenges the capabilities of current classical systems and creates a potential use case for quantum computing's optimization capabilities. The announcement builds on IonQ's growing portfolio of industrial applications, including previous work with Airbus on cargo loading optimization and Thomson Machinery on predictive maintenance. It also signals IonQ's continued European expansion following its recent collaboration with AstraZeneca in Sweden and the establishment of its first European Innovation Center at Quantum Basel in Switzerland. With this news, I was thinking about, well, why couldn't AI do this? But that word complex sticks out because because with logistics and autonomous technology, there's going to be a lot more that goes into it. So the AI technology where it is right now could be a disservice to companies like Enride, but with quantum computing, it can provide the speed that the autonomous fleet needs to help Enride scale and take the company where it needs to go. Also, this news reminded me of this image right here of this quantum system from the Westworld TV series. So could we be looking at the beginning of something like that? Maybe, maybe not. In due time we shall see, and hopefully the technology does not get to a point where that happens. Wisk, Aero, and NASA signed 5-year partnership to advance sustainable autonomous flights. All-electric autonomous aircraft developer Wisk Aero announced a fresh 5-year research partnership with NASA to establish advanced air mobility standards to eventually introduce autonomous aircraft into the National Airspace System. In 2020, Wisk Aero joined NASA's Advanced Air Mobility Project, part of the Space Administration's Aeronautics Research Mission Directorate, to address key AAM industry challenges and lay the framework for future autonomous passenger flights. Since then, Wisk and NASA have continued collaborating to develop key guidance for the safe integration of autonomous aircraft systems for urban air mobility operations. Wisk Aero shared details of its refreshed partnership with NASA recently, and per Wisk, the new agreement focuses on critical research led by NASA's Air Traffic Management Exploration (ATMX) project, which is centered around the advancement of commercialized autonomous aircraft travel under instrument flight rules in the National Airspace System. As a specialist in autonomous zero-emission aircraft, Wisk intends to continue its research alongside NASA to help regulators determine future eVTOL flight procedures and capabilities in the U.S. To achieve their goals, Wisk said its research with NASA will more specifically focus on utilizing advanced simulation and live virtual constructive (LVC) flight environments, which combine live flights with a simulated airspace to enable researchers to assess future operations. Alright, so a while back I brought you news about Wisk, so it's great to see that we got a nice update from them. And with that partnership with NASA, I do believe that that puts them in a great position to enhance their aircrafts and gain all the expertise that they can from those NASA employees to become the leading company that's going to provide autonomous travel for passengers. Now, I'm not sure if lots of people are going to want to be on an aircraft where there's not a pilot available, but we don't know what the future holds. So in that 5-year time span, we shall see what changes are going to happen with this company, and I'm interested to see what type of impact those changes are going to have on the future of air travel. Autonomous solar-powered weeding robot gets update. Agtech startup Aegon unveiled the second generation of its Element autonomous weeding robot and announced a strategic partnership with a major West Coast cotton grower. The updated Element Gen 2 is wider and taller than its predecessor to allow its solar-powered fleets to operate in taller growing cotton and sugar beet fields, in addition to the original group of crops, meaning the machines can now operate in millions of fields around the world. The Element is designed to replace the need to manually weed crop fields with crews of 5, 10, or 20 plus robots working together via network connection. Powered solely by the sun, a 5-unit fleet can autonomously manage 200 acres per season using AI vision to detect weeds and remove them, providing an eco-friendly solution that does not use fossil fuels or chemicals. Other improvements to the Element include enhanced solar panels and battery storage systems that deliver 50% more power, which allows them to operate all day without stopping. The robot's compute capability was also increased fourfold for significantly faster weed identification and better coordination of the multi-unit fleets. The bots were also upgraded with stereo depth perception, which improves accuracy in detecting weeds during various stages of growth. Clean Sheet Pro is a subscription-based VR goalkeeping sim coming to Quest 3. Developed by Belfast-based team Incisive, the studio announced its upcoming Clean Sheet Soccer successor recently during the Virtual Athletics League VR Fitness Summit. Built for athletes, competitive gamers, and fitness enthusiasts alike, Clean Sheet Pro aims to offer both a game and high-performance training platform with various drills, real-time competitions, and more. Building upon the original's foundations, Clean Sheet Pro features a major technical overhaul and several new additions. That includes a shot creator for more bespoke training and those creations that can be shared online. Elsewhere, the new progression-based career mode comes with 3 virtual clubs across a 5-tier league system, and completing challenges earns rewards such as cosmetics, gear, and virtual salaries. Pricing details will be shared closer to launch, but monthly and annual options are planned that aim to be very competitive with other VR sports training apps. Though it's not confirmed at this time, Incisive also exploring a 2-tier system, one designed for aspiring goalkeepers training at home, while the other aims at professional teams and clubs.